Hello, everyone in YouTube world. Those of you who are or have read parts of Button's journey to excuse me, I'm having one of my seizures. So I've been able to do real quick videos on Facebook promoting my book and everything, and this is what happens to me almost all the time, every day. There are moments where I don't shake, but most of the time I have these little seizures. So I'm going to talk about a portion of the book, the beginning of the book. So one of the things I'm going to talk about is I asked readers to Google the year that they were born to find out what historical events happened during that time. Because when the year I was born, Shirley Chisholm, a black female, was running for presidency. And also the Civil Rights Act was being implemented across America. And so I want you to post down below in the comments what you found out when you Google the year you were born, what historical events happened, because it's nice to know what kind of atmosphere you were born in. And for me, how I found out about Shirley Chisholm is a really cool story. It's not in the book. A friend of mine, two friends, Janis and Andrea, we were at a DPA conference. It was the first time I met them, and we were having a conversation, and Janis asked me when I was born. And so I told her, and she was like, "Oh, you were born the year Shirley Chisholm ran for president." And I was like, "Who's Shirley Chisholm?" And both of them looked at me like, "You're a black woman and you don't know who Shirley Chisholm is?" They were like, "Let us school you real quick." So they took me, talked to me, and I'm not a feminist or anything like that. But it was like so powerful for me to know that the year I was born, that there was so much, let's say, phenomenal things happening in the atmosphere. There was so much hope. So those were the two things that I pointed out in the book, because I was born in a year of hope, and without hope you can't you can't go forward. You feel stuck all the time. So I was an avid speaker, very confident doing the work I was doing when I was working for a Better Way Foundation. And I did a lot of videos. If you like YouTube my name or Google my name, you'll see videos of me talking about drug policy, criminal justice, prison and pardon reform, and how mass incarceration has become the new slavery of the day and things like that. And so I was very, confident in what I was doing, in my advocacy, and my policy development, and my leadership development. And I was very successful in implementing a lot of policies in Connecticut that changed, the course of events in Connecticut around formerly incarcerated people. Then I got sick, and it was very hard for me to rely on other people. I'm an independent person, I'm strong-willed and everything, and so this is a task for me, because people are gonna want to meet me and talk to me. And I used to be a hugger, a major hugger, and I walk up to people to give me their hand. I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not getting. Don't give me no handshake. Give me a hug. And now it's like, no, don't hug me. don't, I'll shake your hand. Okay, no problem. And the only people that I free will hug and stuff are like my little nieces and nephews and my grandkids. And I give them a bunch of love because kids are innocent and they don't carry with them negative vibrations. So, with adults and teenagers and other people, it's a little difficult for me. Sorry again, I'm having a seizure. So through these videos, I'm going to work on overcoming, talking to people, and showing you my psychosomatic seizures, my illness, because I think it's very important to be authentic if you're going to tell the story about yourself. I thought about, what kind of image that I want to portray to people. And I think the best image is just to be yourself. And so this is me, and you'll see variations of me as I go forward and share different parts of the book with you. The other part I want to talk about the beginning of the book is it gives you hope, It kind of tells you this tidbit and gets you laughing and interested in it. And before I hit you with the whammy of bam, this is what the kind of stuff I'm dealing with. And a lot of people don't want to talk about this. And throughout the book, I talk about, being sexually abused by my parents, and how that process happened and how it hinder me, through relationships and developing relationships and, this abandonment issue, wanting to belong to something, and how, in the book, I don't tell you so much how I overcame that thing, because that's for book number 2, Button's Journey, 2 years later. So that will come out in 2019. So, or 2020, I'm sorry. So here I am, Buttons, Larice Harvey, and I'm hoping you guys will join in conversation again on the comments below. Let me know what historical events happened the year you were born, and how did they make you feel? Because it's very important to know where you come from, what stock was in the atmosphere when you were created, when you came into this earth. And from that, you can build like what your purpose will probably be, as far as where you're going and what you want to accomplish. I'm going to try not to make these videos too long also. So I hope for all those avid readers who've been reading Button's Journey and new readers of Button's Journey, please enjoy the book, and any questions you have, just post them up here and I'll answer the questions as soon as possible. One other thing is, if I don't answer it in the comment, what I'll do is, if I get enough people asking the same question, I'll do another video talking about that question. One question that does come up real quick is forgiveness. And forgiveness is not for the abuser. Forgiveness is for you. And we'll talk a little bit about that on another video. So thank you for tuning in. This is Larice Harvey, Buttons, from Button's Journey. My first 2 years living with PTSD. And see you next time. Have a wonderful day. And remember, breathe. Let it all go. Stay beautiful.